the vaping products aspect of this bill, and we would like to start off with the Department of Finance, because I remember during the hearings, the Department of Finance is inclined or supports the increase of taxes of vaping products and to put them at parity, because of the technical smuggling that is happening in our country. So we would like to hear Director Carla Espinosa regarding their comments on the vaping products.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, and to the honorable members and guests of this committee. We confirm, the Department of Finance confirms the recall of the honorable chair that DOF indeed supports a unitary specific tax rate for all vapor products. This is to improve efficiency in tax collections and to encourage increased tax compliance. However, we defer to the Congress on the specific excise tax rate. We begin with that, Mr. Chair.
Do you have any, at least any suggestion or any idea on what specific tax rate we should be imposing on? I believe that it should not be lower.
It should not be lower.
That's number one. But on a specific tax rate, do you have any recommendation on what tax rate we should be imposing vape products?
None at the moment, Mr. Chair. For now, we defer to Congress on the specific excise tax rate, but the department is ready to provide data needed to arrive at this specific excise tax rate for vape products.
To the DOF, it will be helpful if the DOF will have their own analysis. I believe that this will increase revenue for the country because we will eliminate technical smuggling. The dual achievement of health aspect and revenue aspect can be achieved with this increasing at parity for freebase and for nicotine salt. But we would like to get more details on that. Like, for example, how much additional revenue can we generate from this unitary tax rate? How much reduction in illicit trade in vape products can be achieved with this tax rate? So we'd like to go deeper into that so that we can complete our analysis. A recommendation from the DOF will be highly appreciated.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
I'd like to get comments from NTRC.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. We defer to the DOF's position with regards to the unitary tax rate for the vape products. We would like to emphasize that the critical role of enforcement with regards to the proposal. While the with the proposal such as effective monitoring and the regulation of removals of vape products, and we would like to point out that at present the excise tax for conventional freebase or classic nicotine with the proposal of HB 11360 will approximately increase by 7 to 9 times the existing rate, sir. That will be all, sir.
Do you have any revenue projection for that?
At present, sir, we do not have, but currently we are preparing a study of the comparative excise taxation on ASEAN member states. Once we finalize the study, we can provide you, sir, with a copy.
All right. Thank you for that. I'd like to call on the BIR. We'll start off with the government institutions and then later on the private sector.
Good morning, Senator Gatchalian, Mr. Chair. We share the same position, and today we filed manifestation from the Office of the Commissioner, a comment from the Office of the Commissioner. Basically, I understand this might not be the subject of today's hearing because you have categorically stated on that the focus of this hearing will be on the vapor products. But we stated our comments on the lowering of the rate on heated tobacco products or non-parity of rates between heated tobacco products and cigarette products. We wish to maintain that cigarette products and heated tobacco products should be taxed at the same rate, Your Honors. But with regard to the vapor products, we share the same observation of the Department of Finance that it should not be lower than traditional tobacco, but in fact propose that it should be higher because one vapor product is not the same as consumption of one pack of cigarette. One pack of cigarette can be consumed in 300 puffs. The market shows that the lowest number of puffs you can consume one vape product is 600 puffs, as per their representation also in their labeling. So there's a non-parity in the from a revenue perspective. The revenue agency will be or the government will be losing a lot based on the consumption of these products because these products will be consumed at a longer time than one cigarette product, Your Honor.
Thank you, thank you. I have some questions related to to BIR and to the other government agencies, but I'll reserve that later on so we can hear the comments.
Yeah, Your Honor, we can also make comments regarding the enforcement later on. More particular, I have seen the recommendations. I suggest that we create a body on the illicit trade task force, which we have started since the term of Commissioner Lumagi. We have started this illicit trade task force as part of his project, but of course we are waiting for it to get support and funding from the agency.
Thank you for that. We'll call on the DTI, who's the regulator of vape products in our country.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. The DTI position is still being finalized, Mr. Chair. However, in general, Mr. Chair, we defer to the wisdom of Congress as well as the expertise of the DOF, the BIR, and the NTRC on the tax rates. But we do support the proposal of a unitary tax rate for salt nic and free-base nicotine, as well as we do also support the proposal to increase the tax rates. However, we're taking a different position as to the parity, Mr. Chair, that we're proposing that the excise tax on vape products should be lower if the purpose is to instill health consciousness to the public. But again, Mr. Chair, we defer to the wisdom of Congress as well as the experts on the tax rates.
Thank you for that manifestation. I'd like to ask the DTI, how many free-base products have registered with the DTI?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Right now we have 14 brands of free-base vape products registered with the DTI. There are ongoing applications for 164 more brands also free-base, Mr. Chair.
How about for nicotine salt?
We have we have not issued any license for nicotine salt, as well as ongoing applications.
So zero license for nicotine salt.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. I asked my I asked my staff to go to the market and look for nicotine salt. And here, nicotine salt is available in the market right now. Sinasabi niyo sa amin walang nag-register,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
pero merong available in the market.
Yes, Mr. Chair. With our suspensions last year, we have seen the reduction of illicit vape products from September to February. However, as of late February to date, there's again an uptick on the illicit products in the market. So right now, what we're doing is we're finalizing administrative complaints as well as criminal complaints against the retailers this time, Mr. Chair.
So is this a clear indication that technical smuggling is happening in our country?
I agree, Mr. Chair.
So, dahil mas mura ng 10 times ang freebase.
May I
So
also
people
add-
can just declare this as freebase, pay 10 times lesser, and bring it in. But clearly, ito kakabili lang to. Kailan binili to? Kahapon lang binili to.
May I also add, Mr. Chair, that there are also instances of local production of what you're holding right now, Mr. Chair, is a vape juice. It's the refill for the vape product device or system.
Yeah, whatever it is, this is nicotine salt,
Yes, Mr.
correct? And because none of the vendors registered with DTI, so dapat walang nagbebenta sa merkado
Yes,
ng
Mr. Chair.
nicotine salt. But it's available. This was just bought yesterday.
I agree, Mr. Chair. That's the reason why.
Whether it's smuggled in or it's manufactured here, this should not be the case.
Yes, Mr.
Correct?
Chair.
And if it's still manufactured here, they will be paying lesser because they will be declaring as free base.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Well, they're declaring a free base. But after the April 2 hearing, we've coordinated with the local government, ULAP, I believe. So we will be connecting with local health offices so that we can go into private subdivisions where the vape products are manufactured and stored.
Before I continue my si Mr. From the BIR, Mr.
Sabariaga,
Jetro?
Your Honor.
Yeah, Sabariaga. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, first, this May, the Commissioner launched another nationwide activity because of the intelligence reports that there's an uptick on upswing on activities, particularly on online activities and on vape shops on these illicit products. But I'd like to correct the notion of the chair. The truth of the matter is, definitely, if these products were not registered with the DTI, these products were not registered with the BIR, no, and no authority to release imported goods and no calculation of taxes due were made on this product. Therefore, these products are all illicit products and are smuggled through the country. So there's no more variance dun sa ano ni DTI Representative Marcos Valdez na merong hindi registered pero nagbayad ng tax. Wala nang ganon na Mr. Chair, no? Sa pagka hindi registered sa DTI, hindi daman sa BIR yan, presumably hindi din nagbayad sa customs yan. So yun po yung situation ngayon, Mr. Chair.
So in this particular case, kung ganyan, it's the DTI who should be doing the raids and the enforcement, correct? Because hindi sila nag-register with the DTI eh. The first step is to register with the DTI, correct?
We take the situation, Mr. Chair, as a one government approach. Even though this responsibility should be shared by DTI, Department of Health as the police power arm of the government in securing the health and safety of our public. the local government units, the PNP. Kaya nga ho, yung recommendation namin, yung upcoming recommendation namin is for an illicit trade task force to this body, the creation of a body that will consolidate the efforts and channel the energy of this country into curbing this illicit trade.
I think the first order of business is to mahuli lahat na nagbebenta nito and erase this from the market, because this is precisely the products that our adolescents, our youth buys and uses. And the worst part is, ito walang selyo to. So meaning they're not paying taxes. They're not registered with the DTI. They're not paying taxes because there's no seal. And yet they're now filtering to the hands of our adolescents. That is now the problem.
I agree, Mr. Chair. And actually, now that Mr. Marcos Valdez has shared that observation, medyo sobrang crafty na din ng market. Kasi when one of our observations in this nationwide vape activity, nung pagpunta namin sa mga vape shops, ang naka-display doon mga legit products, yung mga may stamp, mga registered products. But when you look at the Facebook pages of these vape shops, and if inquiries are made with the vape shops by people other than enforcement people, madidiscover natin na may ibinebenta sila at may pinagtataguan sila ng mga illicit vape products nila. And usually, tama ho yun, nasa bahayan. Recently, the BIR seized 81,000 illicit vape products, unregistered, unpaid ang taxes, in a night raid sa isang bahay being used as a warehouse. So ganun na ho kalala at ganun na ka-pervasive itong activity na ito. Kaya ho, hirap na hirap din ho ang government agency, lalo na ho yung BIR na hindi naman traditionally nag-i-enforce ng, by not traditionally, walang structure, walang system, walang training, walang tools, walang equipment na para mag-enforce. Walang mga baril, walang mga enforcement training yung mga tao para ho mag-enforce nitong against illicit trade. That's why we are proposing a one government approach, including DTI, DOH, no, and our local government units dito sa undertaking na ito. Short of the creation of an agency or an office that will have a budget, will have a funding on an illicit trade task force.
We want action. We want action already from the DTI and from the BIR, and most importantly the DTI, because the law assigned the DTI as the lead agency to regulate vaping products. And if this is not registered, wala rin tong sa DTI, they have to submit the chemical content, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So hindi natin alam kung anong chemical content nito. Tama?
Yes, Mr.
Ito
Chair.
yung papatay sa mga bata eh.
If
Kasi
I
hindi
may,
natin alam kung anong chemical content nito. They're not registered. We don't know the chemical content. Then hindi pa nagbabayad ng buwis.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I agree. If I may add, Mr.
Go ahead,
Chair,
go ahead.
one of yung roadblocks of our enforcement is that when we go to an area, yung pong mga vape retailers, meron po silang mga chat group. So, pagpasok po namin sa isang store and we go to the other store, sarado na po yung mga stores. So, we have coordination with the PNP as well as the NBI for to assist us for the numbers para mas marami po kaming pagpunta namin sa area. Sabay-sabay po yung mga stores. Recently, meron naman po kaming success on this na sabay-sabay ho namin na nakuhuli. But marami po talaga sila, and we're doing what we can, Mr. Chair.
But we demand more aggressive enforcement because the numbers are saying, I'll show it later on, that the uptick of vaping use among the young is already entering a very dangerous stage. And the more, if these are not registered, mas dangerous yun dahil hindi natin alam kung ano yung ginagamit nila. Because I know that in the law, part of the submission to the DTI is the chemical content.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
What do you call that certificate?
The TRA, Mr. Chair, the toxicological risk assessment.
Correct. But ito, walang selyo, walang registration.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So wala rin siyang chemical content report. So this is now a dangerous stage in our country wherein our young is smoking chemicals that we don't even know.
Mr. Chair, if our initial enforcement action on this is with regard, well, affected manufacturers and importers, but I think now is not this it's a good venue for the retailers to hear that pati po sila pwede pong makasuhan not only administrative charges but also criminal complaints, and ang penalty po nito if they are selling without any license is 2 million pesos as well as 2 years imprisonment, Mr. Chair.
Itong last 6 months, how many retailers ang nakasuhan na?
I'll get the numbers for you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, get it and give it to me before the end of this hearing.
Yes, Mr.
But
Chair.
ang importante, action eh. Importante, ma-read itong mga retailers kasi hindi na maganda yung ginagawa nila na nagbebenta sila ng mga ganitong products na hindi rehistrado. So we want, again, we urge the Department of Trade and Industry to move faster and be more aggressive. And like what the BR is saying, that we are seeing an uptick of these illegal products disguised as nicotine salt being peddled among our children, among the young.
We will comply, Mr. Chair.
We need fast action from the DTI, and please submit to the committee a timetable on how to arrest the distribution of these illegal products. Kailangan ko makita yung timetable, action, and the targets.
We will comply, Mr. Chair.
There's also another issue that came to our table, and this is in regards to the flavors. And we have read in the DOJ opinion, DOJ opinion 08 dated April 8 to 2025, which clarified that the flavor ban under RA 11467 remains in effect despite the passage of the vape law, because the advertisement of vapor products under the vape law complements the prohibition under RA 11467 on the manufacturer. And we all know na available yung mga flavors. Ito, iba-ibang flavors ang lumalabas eh. So, in other words, we should already follow the DOJ opinion na dalawang flavors lang ang pwede, which is what are those flavors, Asek?
Menthol, Mr. Chair, and the tobacco, original tobacco, Mr.
So wala ng orange, wala ng strawberry, wala ng bubble gum, wala ng pero makikita natin meron pa ngayon, no?
Yes,
Ice
Mr.
formula.
Chair. Well, we looked into the deliberations of the bicameral committee on this, and it's contrary to the DOJ opinion. Also, there's a Supreme Court decision stating that DOJ opinion is still an opinion and not controlling, Mr. Chair.
You're part of government, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You're part of the one government approach, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So the one government approach here is always errs on the side of caution, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
The side of caution is to have a healthy population, correct?
That I agree, Mr. Chair.
And then bakit ayaw i-enforce to ng DTI?
That's the reason, Mr. Chair, that when we looked at the bicameral committee, we'll highlight it, Mr. Chair, and submit to the committee secretary.
Well, in my opinion, and I support the DOJ opinion. No? In fact, the two flavor category is in the National Internal Revenue Code, which we are actually amending right now. No? And ang goal kasi natin is to arrest the increase of vape use among the young. And one of the causes of that increase in vape use is the attractiveness of the flavor. So, binebenta nga nila illegal na, iba-ibang flavor pa, talagang tataas yung paggamit ng mga bata. So, I urge the DTI is to comply with the DOJ opinion, because what we are trying to address right now, or what we are trying to arrest right now, is the increase of use of vape products among the young. Yun ang ayaw nating mangyari at mangyayari.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We'll take note of the position of the committee as well as the chair, and we'll revert on the
Because
matter,
the
Mr.
goal
Chair.
right now, the goal of the committee is to have a unitary tax system between freebase and nicotine salt. And the reason for that is to arrest smuggling, because smuggling is filtering to our youth. And because the goal of the committee is to arrest that increase of use in our youth. And one of the reasons that we saw also is that flavoring of vape products. And that's why I support this DOJ opinion number 8, dated April 8, 2025, because it clearly states here that there should only be 2 flavors, menthol and tobacco, so that the youth will not be enticed with bubble gum, with strawberry, with green apple, watermelon. So we urge the DTI to comply with this DOJ opinion, because sabi nga kanina ni Mr. Jetro, one government approach tayo. And we should always err on the side of caution and to make sure that we have a healthy populace.
Yes, Mr. Chair. While we do support the proposal for a unitary tax rate as well as the increasing the tax rates, we will revert, Mr. Chair, to the committee on the DTI position on the DOJ opinion.
Dapat wala nang report, dapat comply na. DOJ is here. Let me, yes, two comments we want to hear. Number 1 is on that vape products, and number 2 on that opinion that you have issued.
Yes, Mr. Chair, good morning. On the particular House bill proposed, Mr. Chair, we defer to the appropriate agencies and the wisdom of Congress as this pertains to the imposition of taxes. On the particular opinion mentioned, Mr. Chair, this was issued particularly on the request from the Secretary of Health, requesting for clarification on whether or not the prohibition of flavor descriptors under RA 11900 is inconsistent with the flavor ban in 11467. And as mentioned by the good chair, the DOJ opined that there is no inconsistencies between the two laws, and in fact the later law, which is RA 11900, pertains to the advertisement of the vaporized nicotine and non-nicotine products. So and the other one, the earlier law is 11467, states that there shall no the manufacture, importation, and sale of vapor products with flavoring other than plain tobacco or plain menthol shall be prohibited. And the guidelines for this are RA 11900 provides the guidelines. It is the DOJ opinion that this later law provides for the guidelines on which the vaporized products can be advertised, Mr. Chair.
But to put it simply, Attorney Nitura Kalugay, To put it simply, what should be allowed is only the sale of 2 flavors. Tama?
If we are to harmonize the 2 laws, Mr. Chair, then yes, it is our opinion that there shall only be 2 flavors because the flavor descriptors are not part of this tobacco or plain menthol.
So, in other words, what the DOJ is saying, that we should not see all those other flavors being sold in the different shops. Only 2 flavors should be sold in those shops. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
But Mr. Chair, we also recognize the opinion of the DTI that the DOJ opinion is merely advisory. So,
Yeah, I know that. It's an opinion. But then again, if we want to move as one government, then we should use the more conservative approach, correct? Because we're addressing here public health of our children, of adolescents.
yes, Mr. Chair, we agree.
Diba? So that's why we have to err on the side of caution. If someone doesn't agree, then let them take it to the courts.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we agree.
Right. We'll call on the DOH.
Good morning, everyone. Okay. Well, for the Department of Health, we'd like to express our appreciation to the statement of our chair that reducing taxation on tobacco and vapor products is not the solution, and to reduce illicit trade on cigarette and vape products. Thank you for that, sir. And I would like to read our official position paper of the Department of Health regarding House Bill number 11360. The Department of Health firmly opposes any and all measures that seek to disturb the existing tobacco excise tax indexation and strongly supports the strengthening and implementation of a unified excise tax measure for vapor products. According to the 2023 FNRI survey, adult vaping rose from 1.4% to 9.9%, while adolescent use surged from 7.5% to 39.9% from 2019 to 2023. This shift highlights the urgent need to regulate vapes with the same rigor as tobacco products, including through taxation, to prevent a new wave of nicotine addiction. Currently, there is an evident imbalance in taxation between tobacco and electronic nicotine delivery systems, with vapes taxed for a lower rate despite rising use. The government is losing on all fronts, both in terms of public health and revenue, because vapes are being taxed cheaper than tobacco. Given its mandate to safeguard public health, the DOH expresses support to any measure that underscore the national health goals and offers the following recommendations for any other legislative measures. Number 1, to continue with and strengthen the implementation of excise tax measures for tobacco and vapor products. Number 2, to include violations of Republic Act number 10643 or the Graphic Health Warnings Law in the definition of illicit trade and its covered products. The number 3, to include provision on citizen participation as a key strategy, including the provision for citizen suit. Any person may file a complaint and or report violations to any member agency of the Anti-Illicit Trade Council, provided there is evidentiary support. Then, to ensure monitoring of earmarked tax collections to Virginia tribe and Burley and native tobacco producing local government units with 15% but not exceeding 17 million pesos and 5% but not exceeding 4 billion pesos respectively, to be allocated for the exclusive benefit of the farmers. And then finally, to strictly enforce the prohibition on vapor product flavors other than plain tobacco and plain menthol, and the marketing of these products pursuant to the provisions of RA 11467 and RA 11900 100. The DOH shall continue to advocate for the health and economic benefits of higher tobacco and vapor products taxation, emphasizing its role in funding the implementation of the Universal Health Care Act, reducing the national disease burden, and optimizing the use of funds from sin tax collections to achieve the goals of Republic Act 11467. These measures are critical for reducing consumption, safeguarding revenues for health programs, and addressing the health risks associated with tobacco and vapor products. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you for
We will submit po, Mr. Chair, our signed position paper po on this matter. Thank you very much.